on 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. For McCoy in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole, but the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Second down, it's McCoy. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Open man is Holmes. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Taylor. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And that'll set him back 5. and the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go. Minus 38.
Now Taylor. Benjamin's got it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Come on, let's go.
To throw again is Taylor. And he's got his tight end Clay. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is right through. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch it now, Barney.
This is the running back, Powell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's McCown. And this one's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's McCown. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On is the 2nd-year man from Sam Houston State, Lachlan Edwards, to punt it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the punt, return of 4, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. These Bills, Charles, as you look back to last year, got off to a pretty good start, put together a 4-game winning streak early in the year, including that 16-0 shutout of the Patriots, but last 10 games, 3-7.
And they expect that to change in 2017 because they made a change in leadership. Remember, Sean McDermott, a defensive coordinator in Carolina, is now the head coach of the Bills, and he's going to emphasize being able to finish stronger down the stretch. And they added Tre'Davious White, a cornerback out of LSU, to take the place of the departed Stephon Gilmore.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
Now Taylor on first down. Airs this out for Matthews. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
On third down, Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw is Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and now it's second down.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Buffalo after this. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
What's left? Flex round! Let's go! Come on!
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Bearing one out deep for Holmes here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Let's go! What? Nothing!
Here's Taylor. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Taylor to Matthews for the Buffalo first. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go!
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is taken at his 4. The Jets making their way out. It's been a while since we've seen them in the postseason, back in 2010. But last year, Charles, 5-11, and some of the moves they made in the offseason suggest maybe this year could be a challenge as well.
I believe those moves you referred to were made to change the attitude, the atmosphere on the team, because they went into the draft, and they got a couple of key guys that they've been counting on. Jamal Adams, a safety out of LSU. Marcus May, a safety out of Florida. They got younger, but they got more athletic back there. The tough part for them, still not solidified at the quarterback position.
To throw is McCown. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Here's McCown. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, look at what's in the truck. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. Now, let's go.
From midfield, here's McCown. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. McCown now on first down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Second down following the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. McCown going to hand this one off to Powell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Toss play, Powell. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I can never stump you on stats, but go ahead and let the people know. Who was second in the NFL 2016 in yards per carry?
It was that man, Bilal Powell, right at 5.5.
He may have had to share some carries in the backfield with Matt Forte, but boy, he took advantage of his touches.
Detroit! Let's go! Green, 39! Green!
Langford, and he's got room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. And they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. With Powell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Spent 3 years as the kicker for the Arizona Cardinals, now in New York on the big stage, kicking for the Jets.
2015, he was great. 28 of 31 on field goals. Last year, 21 of 28 trying to rebound.
And you remember, it was the season opener, a chance to beat the New England Patriots, where he missed a makeable field goal, and I think that knocked him off the rails for the rest of that season.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Now he's forced out left. He finds an opening past the 40, and he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, Marcus May. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Boom, there you go. All right, here we go.
So after the INT, it's McCown now. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying for his running back, Bilal Powell. That'll bring up second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Powell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Working from the gun, McCown. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. They do go for it. It's McCown. And he's got a new one. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. McCown looking to throw. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's Powell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now in Buffalo. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a fourth quarter lead. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. It's a tough early season stretch for the Bills. After this, they go to Carolina, then home for the Broncos, and 2 more games on the road at Atlanta and Cincinnati.
3 of those teams have been in the Super Bowl in the last 2 seasons.
They will, however, get a brief reprieve with their bye week in Week 6. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jordan Jenkins able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. And he motions the wide receiver. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's third down. Tough start to the year for the Jets. So this trip to Buffalo, then at Oakland. Then they'll calm down a bit, come home for Miami and Jacksonville before heading to Cleveland in Week 5.
Opening with Buffalo on the road under new management, and then a Super Bowl favorite in Oakland. They've got to come out of those at least 1-1.
McCown going to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken it around the 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll go again to McCoy. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. What? Flex round. Ohio, let's go. Grand 38. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
On second down, Taylor. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Nunez got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
No, Jack, Patriot.
They go again with Powell. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell with time running out. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now McCown, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken short. And here come the Bills. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. One last shot for Taylor. He's going to let it fly. There's the first NFL catch for East Carolina's Zay Jones. And they